healthy, yes, healthy peanut butter bar recipe, peanut butter oatmeal bar recipe with chocolate, if you want. I make this recipe two ways. I make it just straight up peanut butter and oatmeal, and I also make it peanut butter, chocolate, and oatmeal. And the good news is it's no bake. So if you got little kids running around there, this is something that they can definitely do, and you don't have to worry about them at all because it's no bake. And extremely, extremely easy. 6 ingredients, mostly healthy. Mostly healthy. Alright, I'm going to show you the different options too, because you could do this a ton of different ways. The recipe that I first saw that really piqued my interest with this was extremely unhealthy. It had regular milk, it had 2 cups of sugar, and it had half a cup of butter. So I made it, and regular peanut butter. So I healthied it up and made it my way. So that's what I'm going to share with you today, my recipe, which is no bake. It's except for you heat it up in the saucepan here. So we're going to start off with a half a cup of Earth Balance, and I have the soy-free buttery spread one. I melted it in the measuring cup because it's a lot easier to get an accurate measurement that way. I originally made this with coconut oil, but my husband hates coconut oil. So if you don't want it healthy, use butter, half a cup. If you want it semi-healthy, use Earth Balance. If you want it healthier, use coconut oil. So that goes in the pan. Like I told you, the original recipe had 2 cups of sugar, brown sugar. I'm using agave. You could also use honey. So I'm using half a cup of that because agave is a lot sweeter than sugar. So that's also going in. And same cup. That's why it's so easy. My dog's digging in the garbage over there, so just don't pay any attention to that. And also half a cup of milk. Now I'm using almond milk, but you could use soy milk, you could use coconut milk, you could use regular milk, hers, or or anything with milk on it. Alright. And a healthy squirt of vanilla. There's no substitutes for that. I mean, I guess if you wanted to use some other sort of essence like, let's see, hazelnut or almond extract, all good. So that all goes in there, and the final thing that goes into the saucepan is PB2. Now I have it here. I have 2 different types. I have straight up PB2, just the peanut butter flavor, and PB2, the peanut butter chocolate flavor. Today I'm using the chocolate one. When I first adapted this recipe, I did PB2, the plain one, and I added raw cacao powder. Cacao? Yeah. So if you're going to do it that way, half a cup of the PB2 and a couple of tablespoons, like 3 tablespoons maybe, of the unsweetened cocoa powder. But today I'm using the one with the chocolate in it, so I'm using 2/3 of a cup. So 2/3 of a cup of the PB2 chocolate goes in there. Right, well, technical difficulties. That's the consequences of having a new puppy. Alright, so like I was saying, 2/3 of a cup of the PB2 chocolate. So this goes on the stove, and you're going to bring this to a boil and cook it for just a minute, and then we're going to add the final ingredient, and I'm going to show you how to have the easiest no bake peanut butter oatmeal chocolate bars ever. Alright, so here it is, fresh off the stove. It's all looking like chocolate pudding. It's all combined. And I'm going to add the final ingredient, which is 3 cups of quick oats. And if you want to make this gluten-free, you use gluten-free oats. And just plop them in there. And you just mix this up. It's going to combine really nicely, and it's going to get quite thick. You get the idea. So once that's all combined, you're going to want to put it on a, I would say this is a 9 by 13 cookie sheet, or whatever size you want. I mean, the larger the cookie sheet, the thinner the bar is going to be. So if you want thick bars, use a smaller cookie sheet. So, alright, so here it is, all combined and on the cookie sheet. And you're going to take another piece of parchment. I'd scrape that off if I had time, but I don't. And I'm just going to press it down like that, you know, to flatten it out. If you want, you can use a little roller. I like this one because it's kind of small and it fits in the pan. You know, like if you have a big roller, it's going to be too big. Or you can use like can of something, like canned vegetables or something like that. And then I love parchment paper because nothing sticks to it. So great to use for like any kind of baking without adding extra fat. So like say it gets squeezed out too much over there, just fold it back down and rework it. So you get that all even, and then you just let it cool off, and I'll show you what happens. Alright, so now we're all ready to cut them up into little squares. It's all cool. I'm going to put it on my cutting board. And as the days go by, if there are any left after a day, they'll get more solid and solid. More and more solid. English much? No. So you just take your knife and score them. I'm not going to do them all because that's going to take too long. But there they are. I'm going to take the camera from my husband and I'm going to let him try it out because he is the one who requested no coconut oil.
Much better.
Much better? Are they amazing?
Very good.
Excellent. So there you have it. No bake, oatmeal peanut butter chocolate cookie squares. I hope you enjoy them. And until next time, much love.